Hello nerd fans, welcome to our first ever official vidcast version of the show. I'm
And
Tolly,
I'm non-lethal.
and today you'll be watching a vidcast from my perspective, because Bugger nonLethal, he's a bit of a... It's not really worth watching, because he's terrible at this game. As you can probably guess, we'll be playing Diablo, but with the tweak that we'll be playing on hardcore. And this will be a video series. When one of us dies, it's over, and we'll move on to something else.
Let's be fair, I'll be the one to die.
God, I hope so.
Now, we've both gone melee characters because we don't want hardcore to be easy. Because, why would you want it to be easy?
Yeah, well, where's the fun in that? So hopefully that'll up the ante and keep things being a little bit wild. Oh, did you
Oh,
just see me Chuck Norris that guy? Boom.
jeez, leave some for me, you jerk.
So I'm nicknaming my character Cinder Nuts. I was going to officially call him that, but it seemed to stand a reason for consistency that I should name it Tolly.
Yeah,
So,
true.
shut up.
Boom, level 2, motherfucker.
We won't be listening to any of the dialogue because, let's face it, if you're playing this game and you haven't heard it by now, you've got issues. We'll also be discussing some talking points. This is obviously the very first episode of the new format for the show. We'll no longer be doing the audio-only podcast, just to keep things fresh. So every week you'll be able to watch us play a game while we talk a little bit of nonsense and, pretty much.
Yeah, we'll try to stimulate many of your senses instead of just your hearing.
That sounded oddly erotic. I like it. I should be waiting up for you. I'm in the
Oh,
house
right,
going
I
to
was just
sleep.
waiting outside for you, then I forgot that these guys turn and you have to beat them up.
Never mind. It's already done.
But I talked to Leah, so yeah.
Thanks for nothing, son.
Hey, without me, you would have had to come back into that house.
Through that. Should be trying to speedrun this, hey?
Oh, that skill's cool.
No time for skills.
It's
Time for
been a
murder.
very, very long time since I played a Crusader.
Yeah, the my last experience with this game period was
Oh
when we
my
were...
god, did you see that shit?
I was not paying attention. How embarrassing.
I just charged forward and shields smashed everyone in the face. Sorry, you were saying the last time you played this game.
Was during our last stream, and I haven't played it since. So
Yeah, this is
that's
true. Check this out. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, I didn't see that because I was off screen. So no one else will have seen it either.
Kapuya.
You're welcome for nothing. We will we'll split up because we'll try and speedrun this just to keep things interesting. It's going to be very dull early on,
It's
but
true.
we
So
will...
why don't we give the guys something to listen to while we murder things? I'm going.
We're going to talk some topics, which I have with me somewhere.
Oh dear, I went into this cellar and there's people here. Oh no, never mind. I killed them. I lied.
The most wild thing that's happened recently that everyone's talking about is apparently some sort of device came out that will be coming out that's made by Apple. I don't know if you've heard of this company, Apple. They make technology
Rings
devices.
a bell.
But apparently they have a really hard time with marketing and trying to get people to buy their products. So they've decided to come out with a watch.
Oh, right. Is that what they're doing?
It's a phenomenal little device, the little Apple Watch. You can apparently tells the time.
As a watch
Yeah.
should do.
Well, I mean, this is an Apple Watch. Can't just go and make assumptions that because it's a watch that it should tell the time.
This is
It's
true.
an Apple product.
This is true.
Pretty sure for a long time there, Apple phones couldn't tell the time, especially during daylight savings.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
So we probably shouldn't expect much from that. What are your thoughts on the whole thing? I have mixed opinions, mostly because of my vocation and how this will affect me professionally. But
Well,
how do you feel?
I used to have an iPhone originally, and I switched to Android because I wanted more customization options, and I basically never looked back. But look, I don't hold it against anyone who uses an iPhone, but I don't see the appeal of the devices, to be honest. I just, yeah, I prefer Android. I think that Apple have been behind in many ways, and they just have a loyal following that buys their products basically no matter what.
I just struggle to see the use for a smartwatch whatsoever. I know we've discussed wearables in the past. Anyone new to the show will not be aware of this, but we have discussed wearables in great length. And for the life of me, I still just can't see a reason why someone would own one.
Yeah, true. Like, wearables are all well and good in their proper place, but I wouldn't get a smartwatch. I'm fine with just my regular watch.
Well, that's the thing. You're the kind of guy that wears just an ordinary wristwatch, right?
Yeah,
So, do you really want one that you have to charge every day or every couple of days?
no.
Yeah.
I have never charged this watch because I'm all class and don't need to.
So one of those ones that like charges via that masturbating.
Yeah, one of those. How do you get out? Ah, there we go.
Blimey.
Yeah,
So yeah, there's not much to be said about that. Everyone who has an opinion has pretty much aired it already, and I just can't understand it, to be honest. It's troubling.
true, true. Yeah, so the Apple Watch, I think people will buy it because they always do. But yeah, I don't see the whole point of it, to be fair. Jesus, man, I need to equip some of my new equipment and whatnot. What are you
No
doing?
time for that. No time for that at
He
all.
blinded!
Blinded by the light.
Rock up like a douche, you know the roller.
Alright.
Oh, let's see if we can get Griswold's edge. No, we don't.
Oh, what? Okay. I'm gonna teleport back. You have like 30 seconds to equip anything you've got that's useful.
Alright. Yeah, shield glare. Yeah.
Well, time has expired.
Dawn slash. Oh, gods.
Skills. I haven't even looked at skills. There's a fun in that. This is supposed to be like rapid fire. Alright, back to it. Let's go.
Alright.
Come on, Leia.
Okay, I've equipped all my shit. I've now got a
There's no
fiery
time.
hand axe of doom.
Have you ever been watching your health? I'm very, very quick to forget that this is
Oh,
hardcore.
yeah. No, I haven't.
Terrifying. One of us is going to die pretty soon, I believe.
Please, you can't die in normal.
You reckon? We should have put this on like T6 or something like that.
Yeah, that would have worked out well.
That would have been pretty hardcore.
So what else is happening in the world of Tolli?
Not much in my world. In Steam's world, they've done a few interesting things lately. Oh god.
Oh, God. Oh.
They recently announced the public release of their in-home streaming, which basically allows you to stream a game from your gaming PC to any other PC in your house, or even outside your house, depending on how your network's configured.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a part of the beta for this, and gotta be honest, found it a bit crap. It was laggy. It was not fun to play, like even the most tamest of games on it. And I had a full wide gigabit connection.
Wow, that's quite the review.
So unless they've improved it since, pretty concerned about who that's going to be useful for.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not really the sort of product you really endorse then, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Not to take away from Steam though, they recently had or one-upped their record for most gamers concurrently online.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
They hit 9 million.
Which is
So,
ridiculous if you think about it.
bit of a PC master race get together going on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was pretty impressive. And I mean, like these sorts of features like the in-home streaming, as long as they keep improving it and it keeps getting better, like it doesn't hurt anyone for them to exist and to be out there. So I wouldn't rag on Valve for having done it. It'll be nice and it'll be great for the people that it works for. It just was not a tolerable experience in my time with it. I'm trying to not say that it was crap whilst saying that it was crap.
I get that impression.
Yeah. I have faith that one day perhaps they will improve it. Except they won't. Because let's face it, it's Valve. They don't have to do anything. Which brings me to my next point. Recently, last week or so, Gabe Newell discussed Half-Life 3.
Yes, he did. I saw this was a thing.
At least that was the clickbait article title. When in actual fact, what happened is someone asked him about Half-Life 3 and there's a treasure goblin down here.
OMW.
He was asked about Half-Life 3 and he gave, honestly, a bit of a bullshit answer about I'll paraphrase it, essentially the only way they do it is if all the developers banded together and just made it of their own free will on their own time.
Yeah, it basically said there's no real plan to do it. He said if there was a big outcry of the developers to do it, then they would look into it. I'm like, well, how could they not be doing that?
Yeah, it's hard to know whether he's basically trying to tell us, stop waiting for something that's not exactly in the works. Like, I'm sure they have conversations about it, and I'm sure there's talk of what they could do and how they could be innovative, but I don't think they'd have a solid game ready to go.
Nah, definitely not.
But yeah, it's just more fluff where we don't know what's happening, and we likely never will until the damn thing comes out or doesn't.
All
It's
right,
a bit hard to speculate on, really.
all right. Where are we? Ha!
Can,
Blinded.
however, um, basically safely assume that we know nothing. See what it did there?
Yes.
Bit of gate.
That's a dead end, you scrub.
I don't know how you feel about Half-Life 3. I know we've mentioned it briefly in the past a little bit, but
Like,
I wouldn't care if it didn't come out if they didn't leave Half-Life 2 Episode 2 on a cliffhanger.
yeah, definitely.
That's a bit of a dog move. You can't really do that to people. And well, you can. Obviously, you can. I mean, look at Firefly.
Yes, it's true.
But at least
At least Firefly got Serenity.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So at least maybe Valve could give us our Serenity, perhaps. Even if it was just like a mini episode, even if it was just like a source filmmaker version of an epilogue for the game that just went, and Gordon Freeman killed all the aliens, and everyone lived happily ever after. The end.
Yeah. Didn't they release some big fan made Kajigi thing?
That is beyond the realm of things that I've read this week in
Uh,
tech news. Troubling.
I no, what am I talking about? They released another Source engine, didn't they?
Oh yeah, Source 2. Yes, that was announced at GDC, I believe.
Yes, it was.
To much fanfare. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it. They talked about that with their VR kit and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so it'll be really interesting to see what sort of budding developers out there can come up with all this stuff. As we said, like we saw that the VRware could be like some sort of competitor for Oculus if used correctly, but with the new source code like being available, maybe it'll like push for that sort of thing to actually happen.
It'd be nice, but honestly, I think it just means we're going to see more mods and more remakes of the old Half-Life stuff. Which, look, it's not terrible, but it's something fresh would be nice. I mean, we've had Dota 2, which will be ported to the Source 2 engine. There's a lot of talk about Left 4 Dead 3, which, as much as it's not Half-Life 3, is still a good thing.
I would buy. 10 out of 10 would buy.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think we'll have too much problem there. I don't know what my map button is. This is
Isn't
embarrassing.
it tab? Yeah, it's tab. You foolish
Not for
man.
me, because I remap my keys
Oh,
like a twit.
that was foolish.
It's not whatever button that was. It's embarrassing.
I like being
Yeah,
able to blind people. It makes me happy.
going to just live without having my map for now, just to keep things wild.
I will be the map.
Yes, I wouldn't follow you anywhere, let alone with you giving directions. This entire experience will put our friendship to the test once we need to start protecting each other instead of just ramboing stuff like we are at the moment.
Well, are you just playing a generic monk? Do you have any idea of what you're planning to do with this character?
I'm planning to not die, pretty much primarily.
Yeah, so I'm kind of gonna go a bit tanky, but depending on how far we get in the game, we'll see what else I do.
I have no strategy other than remain alive. What's the deal with this guy?
He turns
Whoa,
into a
zombie.
risen.
Murdered.
See, unlike The Walking Dead, you turn into a zombie whether you're alive or dead already. Oh, hello.
Oh, that almost hurt my health slightly.
Yeah, I know, right?
Jeez, I was concerned then. I'm gonna have to kick up the difficulty soon to keep this interesting. Be a bit of a worry.
Bit of a worry, yeah.
Just gonna skip that because let's face it, if you haven't seen it by now, you've got issues. Serious Diablo related issues.
And we have no time for your tissues.
Yes. You rhyming swine.
Where's the boss guy? Where's the boss guy? There he is. Be blind.
In other less surprising news, Uncharted 4 has been delayed till Q2 2016.
I'm shocked by this. How dare you, sir?
Yes. Can't say it's a big deal because if we get a better game, not a problem, and considering we didn't really know when it was coming out anyway, pretty hard to be,
Pretty hard to be upset about it.
I think it's fine. I mean, it's not like it's another GTA 5 delay,
Yeah, true.
which is horrifying. And in something else that will shock no one, I just
Whoa,
teleported
Kane
on.
was walking backwards then, like a boss.
In moonwalking,
Yeah. Wait, what did I just...
badass.
What the hell's going on? I went to the wrong place and now it's saying go back to places and...
You turkey.
Oh, the yellow
So,
arrow is where you are, not where you need to be. I get it.
yeah, I figured that out the hard way as well, but I figured it out significantly quicker than you.
So it would seem. How embarrassing.
Other news in gaming, which not a single person on the planet will be surprised by, all the Titanfall DLC is now free because for some reason only about 5 people actually bought the DLC and no one was playing the new maps, which completely segmented their player base, which, let's face it, did not need any more of that anyway.
Yes, it didn't need any more splits down the middle. We already had problems when you and I were playing where people were just only doing one of the game modes on one of the maps and not doing any of the new stuff. It really made it difficult for us to review the new stuff.
Yeah, you can see it on this channel. There's our 2 Titanfall episodes where we tried to review the expansions, and we just did it map by map, so you'll be able to see it there. And yeah, we really had a hard time getting on the matches. So it's nice to see that they've made it free. It's a bit of an up yours to people who bought the DLC packages. I don't know if they're going to compensate them, or that's just the price of being an early adopter, which is what I suspect they will do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit of a shame because it's really an up yours to those guys, people like you and me. But honestly, I'd just be glad to have more people playing it so I can get online and actually get a game. So it's hard for me to get upset about it.
Yeah, definitely.
But still, screw you, Respawn. You screwed me.
You screwed me. You screwed
I'll
me.
never forgive you.
Sorry, I was kind of messing around with my skills and stuff as well because I had like skill runes and stuff to equip.
You are the slowest comrade I've ever.
Shut up.
You hurt me when I show you nothing but speed gaming.
Ooh, sweep attack. I don't need sweep
You're
attack.
supposed to be doing this as a team.
That's why you
You're supposed to be together.
didn't leave me behind. Look, I'm like a hoplite. I've got a helmet and a big shield and
Cannot even see you
Sing.
because you're not here defending my honor.
I'm running past all the bad guys you left behind for me to murder.
I'll just bundle them up.
Alright. Watcha! Remember, it's hardcore.
I keep forgetting that. It's terrifying. We're going to die at some point and it's just going to be shock and awe.
Although every single fight we've ended with recently has been met with like 1600 health globes.
Den of the Fallen, why not?
See, look at my cool spear. I look like a Spartan.
I'll zoom in. Oh, yes. Clearly,
I am Spartan.
I don't even know how to describe how terrible your character looks.
You
I
hate me.
lack the words required. I get this hailing well for absolutely no reason. The hailing well. Starting to get a bit of an accent these days. It's a bit embarrassing.
Don't just click and die, you jerk.
So, if you could have any superpower for a day, what would it be and why?
For only a day,
For only one
do
day.
the effects of any superpowers linger on?
Yes.
Alright, then I'd probably pick something stupid and useful, like what I like to call retention, where you learn everything the first try, and you have an eidetic memory for the things that you have learnt. Then I'll just take a day off and just like learn 12 languages, including programming languages, and the best way to like invest and all that kind of crap and become the new master of the world. Ooh, Frenzy Train.
That is possibly the most boring yet slightly interesting. Yeah. This conversation didn't go the way I hoped it would.
But other than that, maybe like, I don't know, something cool like telekinesis. Or the ability to fly, or maybe telekinesis covers that, I don't know. Depends on what sort of telekinesis you're talking about. What about you, Tolly? What would you pick up with your one day of superpowers for free?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Probably teleportation, because I'd just probably rob banks.
Well, that's a better way to make money than my idea, so yeah, maybe we should go with that.
You trying to earn money and, you know, have respect and dignity and things like that. I just want to rob pricks. Just Mexican drug cartels just teleport into their vault and take all their money. Could do that for a day.
Ooh, I got a yellow.
It's been an unnecessary amount of time. What are the yellow orbs that drop? Is that experience?
They're Nephilim globes. They do. What does it
Oh,
says down?
Nephilim Glory.
Nephilim glory. You move faster and unleash terrible blasts of energy on your enemies. Health and power globes will magnify the intensity of this effect and extend the duration. Oh, I got another level as well.
Nephilim Glory used to be an endgame thing for when you reach level cap.
Yes, because it used to increase magic find and stuff. Now it
Yeah,
just
it's
means you do damage to things.
interesting that that is no longer the case.
I've unlocked another ability which I'm not going to use called Iron Skin.
Iron Skin, what a load of bollocks, mate.
4 seconds to halve my incoming damage with a 30-second cooldown, which will be handy once things actually start hurting, because, hardcore. But right now, I don't think it really matters. What cool stuff are you unlocking, Tolly? You haven't talked about
I
your character.
don't know. I have not looked at my skills since we started this.
But you probably have, like, cool skill runes and stuff.
I regret nothing, even slightly. I just
Ooh, there's a yellow
don't
here.
find.
Just FYI.
Is it?
Yes. There's poison on the ground.
May have to adjust the difficulty setting because this is barely losing any health.
Yeah, I'm standing in several patches of green stuff and I'm still just, like, murdering people.
Troubling. Do wish that I had some. Can't remember the word. The Paragon points would be nice.
Ah, yeah, Paragon points.
Oh, I do.
What? Do you have another?
I have 8.
Because you got another hardcore character, don't you?
I
You
must.
son of a
Oh no,
bitch.
I actually don't. For some reason, I thought I did because there was a Paragon button.
Ooh, a rare flail. Ooh, rare boots.
Embarrassing. I probably should upgrade my gear slightly, shouldn't I? Probably improve
I've got a
things.
bunch of yellows on now. And now I no longer have a spear and a big square shield. I now have a flail and a round shield. That
I'll do some damage.
was another one of those
Riveting.
glory things. Oh, so
We'll carry on with our next topic. The Facebook. Jeez, I hate Facebook.
yeah, you do.
Um, they recently added an option. You know, when you post a status and you can say, feeling upset, angry, happy, sad. The other 7 dwarfs.
Yes, I am aware of this thing.
They recently added the option to be feeling fat, and this was controversial for reasons. Initial thoughts before I tell you what then happened.
I think it's stupid. People are getting upset over someone's willing because I think the argument was that it made light of like health issues and weight issues with people because you had people who weren't fat saying they felt fat, and I was like, oh my god, get over yourselves, you weird people.
Yep. It basically come down to people needing to check their skinny privilege.
Which
Um,
is retarded.
feel, yeah, feeling fat when basically, yeah. I can't understand it. It's just mincing words. They had tried to change it to feeling bloated, feeling, gassy, whatever. It didn't hurt anyone being there. I don't think, sometimes I feel lamp, but that's not represented in Facebook's feeling thing, and I feel oppressed because, you ever have those days where you just feel lamp?
Yeah, I have to say I have. It's a curse. Like there's a guy I follow on Facebook, and he actually is now every time he does a status update, because there's one you can also put in a custom feeling, and he's just
Yep.
changing it to fat all the time anyway. It's like the
Hilarious.
starry-eyed smiley face that he says changes to feeling fat.
Gold. And I mean that's what it is. I mean people had the option anyway. The fact that Facebook had it built in should not have been offending people. It's just retarded. But alas, there's little that can be done. Facebook decided to reverse the decision, and no longer can you be feeling fat.
No, you can't. Well, not without doing just a custom one anyway.
Well, that's true. You can't easily feel fat. You now have to work at it,
Oh my god, I
which
unlocked a new skill called Provoke.
it's ironic. You actually have to work at feeling fat, which, with a little work you wouldn't be fat.
Yeah,
Get it?
hilarious.
The irony is thick and
See how my
palpable.
shield goes on fire? It's pretty cool.
I'm not watching anything to do with you.
Oh,
Not even in the slightest.
you hurt me.
Mostly out of spite, a little bit out of anger.
And jealousy. I get it.
I've just got dash, and I'm now going to use it to avoid you.
That's right, I'll fight these guys.
So anyway, that was the retarded thing of the week, but has just recently been eclipsed, and you'll love to hear about this.
I'll do tell.
Gamergate returns, my friend.
Our favourite topic of controversialness.
I don't even know how to describe this one. It's basically an uproar over women streamers showing too much skin. And it doesn't matter what opinion you have, you're wrong. So if you think it's women's rights if they want to show however much skin they want and, do their stream as they see fit, then you're clearly a pervert and you just want women to get their boobs out, which, let's face it, is true.
Well, yeah. But there's also the argument of women shouldn't need to take their clothes off to get people to watch their streams. People should just want to watch them for the content. Like, yes, while that is true, people still, as sexist as it is, people still want to see girls get their tits out. Let's be honest.
Well, you saying that is just like, so now you're trying to tell women what they should wear. You don't have that right. You pervert.
Sure I do. I'm a man.
So yeah, it's just madness, and like the debate's been around for a while, but it's just flaring up at the moment, and everyone's sort of talking about it on Twitter, and it's just a tragedy.
I will save you because I can provoke.
You friggin' provoke, alright? Provoking me since the day we met. You turd burglar. Alas. So anyway, I don't even know if we're going to really discuss that because, for God's sake, get a life.
Yeah, tell me about it. People just need to get over themselves.
It's fine. Just do whatever the fuck you want. It does not need to be a thing. It does not need to be a discussion. Women will do what women will do. And, in an equal sense, men will do what men will do.
Absolutely.
Shocking. Regardless.
Alright. I'm getting lots of dings and stuff now.
For the grammar Nazis out there, irregardless.
Irregardless.
Loathsome word. Oh dear. It's a bit tragic, really.
Super.
We are going to spend a moment and fiddle with our skills, I figure.
Yes, I think that is wise because I have stuff that I want to equip and things, and oh god, so much new gear.
I can heal myself. I will never ever use that because, let's face it, this is hardcore.
I can now use two-handed weapons one-handed, or I can use one-handed weapons faster. Yeah, let's go with one-handed weapons faster because it also reduces the cooldown on my skills.
Check your privilege.
Oh,
is there a way to simply sell everything that is in my possession? Apparently not.
Not easily.
Tragic and disappointing. So anyway, that's pretty much the week in tech news, and I struggle to know how to feel. It's just so much of the tech news nowadays just seems to be people discussing the most absurd of things.
It is a bit ridiculous, isn't it? It's people.
I don't know how to react. People need to just relax.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Relax.
Absolute,
don't do it.
Absolute madness.
When you want to go through it.
Alright, what was the last book you read?
Well, I'm currently reading the Providence of Fire. It's a new book that's come out by Brian Staveley. It's the second book in the series. The first one was The Emperor's Blades, and it's quite good. How do I friggin' sell my crap again? Like, just by,
what the hell is going on outside my house?
Wasn't there buttons that like made you like be able to fast delete everything, or is that gone now?
I think that's only for salvaging.
Oh, but I couldn't even see it there in the salvage option.
Couldn't
I
you?
just want to sell all of my garbage.
Perhaps they don't have it in hardcore.
Or maybe you need to have the guy at a certain level.
Also potentially true.
This is going to be irritating.
So sorry, back to the book that you're reading.
It's
What
called
was it again?
The
Sorry,
Providence of Fire by Brian Staveley.
never heard of such a thing.
Unsurprising.
I'm reading a book about SharePoint 2010 because I just love my fantasy.
I see what you did there.
Get it? As though SharePoint was be a viable product for anyone to use. That was the joke, people,
Lol.
because it's SharePoint.
I should join you and come fight, shouldn't
I'm
I?
fight the power.
Fight the power! Oh, hello. There's a guy here.
There's always guys everywhere.
It's funny, I
Male guys.
blinded him and taunted him, so he walked right up next to me and just stood there and let me wail on him.
Love it. Don't seem to be doing as much damage as I used to all over again.
It reminds me of you, Demon Hunter. Oh!
Oh, I see what you did there. We'll murder you in your sleep. We'll see. We'll see who's going to be the first one to die. Then we'll know what's what.
What are you? How are you so fast? Did you get like a speed increase or something? I had an item with a speed increase,
Yes,
but I got rid of
I
it.
did.
I also got rid of my items which had like bonus experience because I didn't want to like out level you.
You already are out leveling
Am
me
I?
by about half a level. Yeah.
Oh, maybe because I did have a bonus experience item,
See how it is.
and also because I'm a better player than you, clearly.
Lack of respect that you've shown me.
What
Remember
is
when
going
you
on
and
at your place?
I'm fairly confident that someone's dead somewhere, so they've sent out about 12 ambulances to try and save the guy.
I see. Was he a local member for Parliament or something? Someone pseudo important like that.
I hope so. I hope they've been killed because they need to do some serious work along my street about keeping the noise down.
Hilarious and ironic.
Anyone who lives in an apartment will know what we're talking about.
Ooh, there's big guys here. Ooh, there's.
Hey, treasure goblin. Can't believe he's immune from being blinded.
Yeah, they're immune from all crowd impairing effects.
Hacky.
Yes.
Hacky.
Alright, where are you
Hacky.
going? You're going the wrong way. Come back this way.
Am I?
Yes, the yellow arrow was up here. You foolish man, fool.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Your lack of respect sickens me.
That's right, let's take out these guys.
If you could do all of the work for me, that would be ace. Mercy. Alright,
Oh,
what else
wow.
have we
I
got?
didn't have a magical chest or pants, and now I do.
Who is your favourite video game character of all time?
Oh, come on, man. Favorite video game character of all time.
You should be perpetually prepared for this question, to be asked this at any time.
Nah, I don't know, man. Any character I like to mold my characters to be what I want them to be, which is why I like RPGs. So, you know, um, any play character where you can change things.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the answer you're going to go with?
Well, what's your answer, you dickhead?
Lucas Kane from Indigo Prophecy.
Well,
Or Fahrenheit 9/11, depending on your region.
that's just wrong.
How could that be
I
wrong?
don't know, because I don't know who that guy
Clearly
is.
the greatest video game character ever. Halfway through the game, dude just like invents superpowers.
Invents superpowers.
Well, he just like starts off the game just stabbing some dude in the chest, right? As you do. Pretty standard, especially if you live in Melbourne. And then just halfway through the game, he starts being able to like basically draw on the kinetic energy of the universe to do things that complete BS that he shouldn't be able to do.
I see.
Best game character ever.
There's another guy
Even
here you
better than
missed.
Cubit.
I was wondering why the plague didn't disappear. It's because you left a guy back there. Don't worry, I got him. Have you killed that guy yet?
Yes, I have.
Please forgive me. My vision was clouded by the Coven's evil magic. Trail can never be forgiven. A stabby face.
Forgiven, not forgotten. No, we're
The
not doing the chorus.
cause, I like it.
Chorus go alright, I reckon.
For a band that never toured outside of their own country.
Worst video game you've ever played?
Worst?
Yep.
Oh, that ET one?
You actually played that?
Nah, it's a lie.
You swine bucket. That game was fantastic.
It was not.
Anyone who disses it just clearly hasn't played it. It's just hating to be cool.
There's a game which I cannot remember the name of that I remember playing when I was exceedingly young, and yeah, everyone. It was like ridiculously difficult. You had like different modes. Your character can go into like stealth mode and walking mode and all sorts of weird shit. And it was pretty open world for the time. And yeah, I don't know, it was hard, man. I can't remember the name of it though, but it was pretty bad. But I played way too much of it.
Trying to think of my answer to that question. Ah, The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing.
Yeah, wasn't that bad.
Jesus, it's like a Diablo clone, but it just goes on forever. Admittedly, I played it in spurts, but there doesn't seem to be any coherence to it. It just seems to go on, and you sort of reach a natural ending point, and then the game just keeps going. It's madness.
I see.
And what's worse is there's a sequel, and because I've played through most of the first one, I'm gonna have to play the second one.
Mostly because you're an idiot, right?
Those with OCD will understand. One does not simply play only the first game of a series.
I have a ranged attack now. It's kind of handy.
Perhaps Bigby Wolf was the best video game character that I've experienced. He was pretty good. The Wolf Among
Ooh,
Us
we got
really
a
much.
summon going on over here.
Do we? Should I perhaps teleport to you?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, I'm not gonna take damage. Yeah, I just ninja ported. Love it.
Man, there are a lot of guys here. My health actually got touched slightly.
Besides Diablo, what is the most recent video game you have played?
Besides Diablo, so you mean besides this session, or
Besides playing right this moment.
Diablo? Oh, you mean on my PC or any sort of video game?
Any sort of video game.
Last one I played was GTA Online. I've been playing heists since that excitement at my house that time when we recorded that show that we used to do. I got GTA 5 on my PS4 and I've been playing that.
What are your feelings regarding heists in your minimal experience with them?
Very entertaining and fun to do.
That seems fair. I read somewhere there's only 5, so is it going to wear down pretty quick?
There are only 5, but there's reasons to keep sort of playing them. Like it's always lots of money, but there's you have to have a minimum amount of money to start the heist. Then there's usually between 3 and 5 setup missions before the actual heist, which is like in the story mode, and only the people who you bring on as your party get any money after each setup mission, usually about 15 or 20 grand. The person who funded the heist only gets money right at the very, very end of like the final heist. They choose the cut between all players, like whether it's 50, 15, 15, 15, or some other denomination of splitting up of money with the rest of the party. So they could take like 80% and only give 5% to all the rest of the members if they want to take most of the money. But yeah, like say for example in the very first one, all the people, it costs 40 grand I should say get to fund the heist, and then you get zero money to you the final heist, and you can get like 150 grand or something.
It doesn't seem like a significant amount of money, although I suppose if they are getting people to replay them.
Yeah, and like I said, they're getting rid of lots of glitches and hacks and stuff. Where are you? Oh, you're down there.
I'm pretty much at the Skeleton King.
Actually, at the Skeleton King.
Yes.
So you're in not Crypt level 4?
No.
Oh, you're in the roll clips. Man, means I have to go back to town and teleport to you.
No, 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 don't bother. I will do you a
Oh,
favor.
that's right, you do the thing. Yeah, nice.
The thing. I have played through part of Assassin's Creed Rogue, and by part I mean about 95%, and so far I have to say it's a resounding meh.
Yeah?
Yep, it's just more of the same. The thing that really irked me playing through it, because I was trying to think hard about it and just try and be a little bit critical, the thing that irks me is about 10 games in now, why am I still doing the tutorial missions where I learn how to climb? I mean,
Well,
really,
what if,
Ubisoft, I know how to play.
because you're not new to the series, there should be an option to opt out of them, though, I agree.
Exactly. It's if they could just ask, have you played an Assassin's Creed game before? And I'll give them credit. They try and build it into the actual story, but it's just so not necessary. It wastes so much time while you're trying to just get into the game, and it's just that was the biggest annoyance so far. As for why I think it's meh, it's mostly just because it's more of the same. Unfortunately, they haven't really spiced it up as much as they potentially could have. Granted, I haven't finished the game. There's a chance that it could absolutely blow me away in the last hour or so that I've got to play through, but... And I mean, even the collectibles, they're struggling to give you a reason to collect them. Like, there's lots of different collectibles, like animus fragments and stuff, but the perpetual question is just why? There used to be a reason to collect all these things, and now, apart from, this random skin for a sword or something, they're really struggling to give you actual reasons to collect these things,
That's fair.
which is a shame, in my
Ooh,
opinion.
I got a unique helm. A legendary,
Garbage.
I should say.
Garbage. Is it any good? Is the question.
I will tell you in a moment. It looks like to be Leoric's crown, so yes. It is. It's the
Kind of
broken crown.
makes sense to be the Oryx crown the more you think about it.
It's not bad really for what it gives me. Oh, and a 45% damage increase on a flail. Yes, please. Take two, thanks, Doctor. Can I just go back to town? I suppose I can.
This will be where we'll round out this week's show. I think this will be our first Tolli nonLethal adventure in hardcore mode.
Hooray! We survived hardcore mode.
So hopefully everyone's enjoyed the first part of this series. We'll be carrying on here and there. We'll be posting lots of new content on the channel now that we're sort of in vidcast only mode. So hopefully everyone will enjoy that. If you enjoyed the video, if you want to see more, if you want to see how this ends when one of us inevitably ends up crying into the other's shoulder once we've died, subscribe and you will see as this comes to a horrible conclusion. We'll have other video series up. I might be doing some Company of Heroes. nonLethal might be doing some online heists maybe. You never know.
You never know what I'll be doing.
If you do want to keep in touch, you can subscribe to me, the better host of this show, at Tolli Gaming over on Twitter.
And if you want to get in touch with me, you can jump over on Twitter at nonlethal gaming, or shoot us an email at nerdsatnight@gmail.com, and yeah, game with us and things. We've got our Nerds at Night clan thing on Diablo 3, do we? We're setting up that.
Yes, we do. You can see here that we've got the communities, Nerds at Night. If you want to find it, it is set to English United Kingdom, I think, when you're searching for it. Don't ask me why, but that'll be where you find it. So just keep that in mind when searching for the community. If you want to play with us, if you want to join in and try and help us make it all the way to T6 in hardcore mode without dying.
Yeah, that'd be greatly appreciated. We would like the effort from our fans.
Indeed. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. If you've already subscribed, share the video with a friend and let them know they can be a part of the Nerds at Night community.
Yeah, share it out on all the social media things, and we'll be in touch soon.
Until next time, I've been
And
Tolli.
I'm non-lethal.
Goodbye.